Who do you think's going to win, the Seahawks or the Niners?
The Niners.
I do too.
The Niners.
By the way, I'm scared to say it.
Oh my God. What the Niners are going to do to the Seahawks team. And we said it last week, but forget the offense. Okay. This is a defense team. The defense played great for a half and then embarrassed itself against the Bears. Okay. Nick Bosa, embarrassed. Fred Warner, all these great players. They're not going to do that 2 weeks in a row against Geno Smith. It's not going to happen. They're going to sack Geno Smith 1,400 times in this game. Roughly. Not going to happen.
Yeah, I don't think Geno Smith will do well against them. I don't think that the Seahawks will run against them.
No.
I think he will figure out his running back, Shanahan. He will really use Trey Lance well. And I think the Niners will have their way with the Seahawks. Plus, it's a home game. Now, I said the Niners would murder the Bears, and then I had to write, no, they committed suicide. I did. I had to write that. But I'm going to say they're going to murder the Seahawks. Iggy, I want to tell you a story, and it involves Greg Papa.
Yes.
So I have a request.
Yes.
I don't want you to talk. Just Lowell. No comments at all from you. So I want to give you a little background on Greg. It's something he said yesterday, and it comes back to the Seattle game. I don't want people saying, hey, Greg, did you hear what Lowell said about you, blah, blah, blah. I know Greg Papa very well. You may remember that we had a show on NBC Sports Bay Area for years, and Greg was the host, and I was a guest once a week. So I know Greg professionally very well. We would talk during commercials, and we would talk around the studio, and I like him very much. Barry Tompkins, who's a great national announcer, has told me that Greg is better prepared than just about anyone who is a play-by-play for football. And I really trust Barry. In addition, I could say that Greg and I are friendly. We're not friends, but we're friendly. And we once did socialize. A guy in San Ramon or someplace had a great wine collection. And Greg came to wine taste with Gary St. Jean, and I came with Marty Lurie. And boy, did the four of us have fun and really got along. And the wine was so good. Thank God Marty was driving. He had to lead me to the car because I was staggering. It was so much fun. Okay, that's the background on Greg Papa and Lowell Cohn. Greg said yesterday on the radio that he's really surprised that Troy Aikman got this job on Monday Night Football and is making quite a bit of money. And his particular criticism was, I never learn anything from Greg Papa. I'm sorry, Greg said, I never learned anything from Troy Aikman. And I was thinking about it when I watched the game last night, because I take Greg very seriously. And I was thinking, am I learning anything from Troy Aikman? Well, early in the game, when Geno Smith was doing very well, at one point, he dropped back very far to pass, and he drops back far to get away from the pressure, and because he has a cannon, he can throw far. And I'm thinking, boy, look at him. That's good. Aikman said that's a problem, because when you get a backside rush, you got to move into the pocket to protect yourself. He's going to get sacked eventually, and he did. He got sacked because every quarterback learns to move forward into the pocket. He does not do it, and he's never done it. So, Greg, I really admire you, but I think you might want to reconsider about Aikman, because he pointed out that Geno Smith makes a fundamental mistake. And if Aikman noticed it, D'Amico Ryans noticed it, and they're going to murder Geno Smith because he's going to be standing there and not moving forward. Was that too much to make the point?
That was nothing. That was no shot at Greg Papa at all. That was just I disagree with your assessment, and I want to say I noticed that about what Aikman said as well. He said it. I noticed it. I thought that was great insight. And you know who does step up in the pocket? It's one of the reasons I like this quarterback, Trey Lance.
He certainly does.
Trey Lance.
He's learned it right away.
Yes. So I like that about him. I saw that with Geno. Nick Bosa is going to have 3 or 4 sacks in this game. He should. The thing you said is, you said the Niners are going to murder the Seahawks. Let's hold off on that. You pointed it. This Niner team with Trey's moving the ball well, but they didn't score that many points. That's been an issue. Kyle and them figuring out how to put the ball in the end zone. Also, will Kittle play? Mitchell won't play. So Kyle, it takes Kyle a couple of months to figure out how he's going to use those players this year the best way. Don't give Kyle the benefit. I think the defense and D'Amico have it figured out by week 2. Kyle and the offense may have it figured out by week 9. So this could be another one of these, like, they're letting them hang around. They're letting them hang around. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you're saying the Niners will win, but don't go to the homicide level yet.
I wouldn't give that kind of credit. Look, you say I like Trey more than you. I'm not giving him in the offense that kind of credit. They're just going to blow away any team. I'm not saying that. They got to figure it out, and they don't even seem to have that kind of confidence. They don't have belief in themselves yet. They have belief in Jimmy for whatever reason, and they believe in themselves when Jimmy's on the field, and it's romantic. It's amazing, but ultimately it doesn't get them a Super Bowl. They have to develop some belief in themselves with Trey, and they haven't gotten that yet.
I love it. I love it. Do you feel that the Niners defense will be able to stifle the Seattle offense? And I mean stifle, they'll score some points, but they'll have their way with them.
I do. I think the Niners pass rush is going to show up. I think they're going to make Geno Smith look like Geno Smith. I don't know who that was last night.
I never saw him play like that.
That must have been his brother or something. I've never seen that. That was amazing, but that's not going to happen against the Niners. I'd be shocked. And then the one question I do have, though, is the run game. So the Bears had this David Montgomery, who I think is terrible. But then the backup, Khalil Herbert, played really well, averaged 5 yards a carry. So what is the Niners' run defense? They lost DJ Jones. They brought in Javon Kinlaw, and they have Armstead. And I thought they did well in the first half. But then remember, Trey Lance throws that pick, okay? The Niners were down 3. That's a great opportunity for an elite defense to make a stand, force a field goal, be down 6, and give the offense one more chance. But Khalil Herbert just ran through the defense and in a few plays scored a touchdown. Boom. Up 9, game over. See you later. Like, what's up with that? Because Rashad Penny, you saw, he's a good running back. So what's up with the Niners run defense? I'm not impressed that they shut down David Montgomery. They didn't shut down Herbert. Will they shut down Penny? I want to see that.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Do you think it's possible that in the second half the defense got tired?
Yes. Yes. If you don't play at all in the preseason, how are you really prepared to play 60 minutes?
Well, that's what I thought. I mean, it all comes back from me to Shanahan.
Yeah.
I don't think this team was ready. Yeah. And I mean, mentally, I don't think they were mentally ready, but just in terms of, I'm going to call it
physically,
football shape.
Yes.
I don't think they were in football shape. And that's on the head coach.
You know who was? The Bears.
The Bears.
The Bears. And they suck. I'm sorry. The Bears aren't good, but you don't have to be good to win the NFL because half the time the other team will just beat itself.
Yeah.
And you know who else won? Mike McDaniel in his first game ever against Bill freaking Belichick. His team was ready.
And hey, wait, I want to say something else. This other thought crept into my mind about Mike. How much did Kyle lean on him? What have the Niners lost?
Because, okay, the Niners had a great game plan on offense in this game. Mitchell gets hurt. The offense falls apart. Was McDaniel the guy who thought on his feet? Was McDaniel the guy that said, hey, Kyle, you called 4 deep throws for Trey Lance. He hit 3 of them. You might want to go back to that. Maybe not the short stuff over the middle. Who is the guy reminding him? Because Kyle just lost it in this game. He had it, lost it. McDaniel had it, kept it against the Patriots. I don't know.
Yeah. So it makes you wonder what he lost.
Yeah.
What Kyle lost with that guy. Because what a debut to beat Belichick.